Okay. Jesus. Yo, my shit just be tripping, dog. I don't understand it. Okay. All right. All of my shit wanted to start tripping. As usual, it seems like, bruv. But we should be good. We should be here. We should be back in action, Captain. This shit is always tripping, bro. I could not express how much it irritates my soul. The way my setup be tweaking sometimes, dog. All right. You know what we here for, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody know what we here for. Y'all know what we doing here. Y'all know what we doing here for. Yo, the new trailer for Avengers Doomsday has just been fully released online. We're going to be checking it out. We're going to be reacting to it. Got to put out a little video, talk about it. But we're also going to be talking about the road to Doomsday, everything that we know so far, breaking down some of the other trailers that we've got, and of course, checking out all of the um what's it called? All of the trailers that there have been, just setting up Doomsday, just kind of getting us to the point of where we are going to be going once we get Doomsday, and of course even Secret Wars. Yo, these are going to be some of the biggest movies of the year. And not just that, I mean, these are going to be the movies. Like, this is going to be the thing that everybody is going to be trying to see. And you know, it's getting us back to a place where we have not been with Marvel in a while. At least that's what the hopes are from everybody, right? Is that this kind of restores some type of faith, in not just in Marvel, but with, you know, the other movies and just everything. Yo, we people are saying that they're confused about the direction of exactly what we've been doing when it comes to the MCU. So I feel like this is a way for them to be like, well, no way for you to be confused anymore, baby. We got you all lined up and covered up. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, yo, I am actually pretty excited to check out this trailer today, or at least this HD trailer that we have, um, coming at us today. I think it's gonna be a banger. And then, like I said, we're gonna be checking out all of the stuff, all of the things that there is, about Doomsday, because there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that have been revealed or released, however you would like to say it, over these last couple of days and weeks and months, bruh. And it's about to be a crazy time. I think this is about to be crazy. I have not seen this full trailer in full release yet. So I'm excited to check that out. I'm excited to see what exactly is going to be happening. Um, because man, it's been a long time coming for this moment that we're at right now. Let's see. Let's see. All right, boom. That should be good. I was trying to also go live on TikTok, but dog, the freaking TikTok live studio is taking 30 years and a day. So I guess that's not gonna happen this morning. All right. Let's get it cracking. I'm also gonna be recording this for, of course, TikTok, for YouTube and all that. So smile, you're on camera. All right. And And here we go. What is up, super fam? Welcome back to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be checking out the official new Avengers Doomsday trailer that has just been released. I believe this is our third or fourth Doomsday trailer that we've gotten. And I am pumped for this, yo. I am so excited to check out this trailer. I am so excited to just talk about everything that there is to talk about when it comes to Doomsday. And we're doing that live right now. But this reaction will also be going up on YouTube for all of you guys to check out. So I am excited to check this out. I'm excited to dive on in and see what this trailer is about. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive into the third, I believe, trailer for Avengers Doomsday, and this one is starring the X-Men. I am so excited, yo. Let's check this out. Let's see what's cracking, and we'll go on and talk about more after.
Death comes for us all.
Oh. Oh.
That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
Oh my God. Yo! Brother, like, it's insane how peak this is. We're gonna check this out. We're just gonna watch it one more time because that was freaking insane. It's crazy how peak these 1 minute trailers have been.
Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure.
Brother, this is crazy. Are you kidding me?
The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
Oh my God. This is insane, dude. Hell yeah, are you kidding me? Brother. Oh my goodness, yo. This is, honestly, this is crazy. The implications. This is so dope, dude. Like, this is so dope, bro. Like, this is so dope. And from some of the behind the scenes stuff that we've seen, yo, we have seen like the giant freaking sentinel bodies just like laying on the freaking front, like on the yard of either the X Mansion or like the White House or something, yo. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be insanity. They are really breaking out all of they're literally breaking out all the stops for this, and that's amazing, dog. Like, this trailer did everything that I needed it to and a little bit more, if we're being honest, man, because I mean, it literally showed us the lengths and bounds that they're really going to be trying to go to give us this comic accurate these comic accurate heroes, man. I mean, wow. This is crazy. All right, let's talk about Doomsday a little bit, okay? Let's get a little bit about everything we know so far, factually. All right. First and foremost, this is the teaser that focuses obviously on the X-Men, and it was shown in theaters and obviously sparked huge excitement throughout everyone online. Everyone has been absolutely insanely pumped about this, insanely just ready to freaking go. And that is how I'm feeling about it as well. Like, just ready to go, ready for whatever there is next on the board. Like, man, like, we need this. This was a really good teaser focusing on Professor X, Magneto, and of course Cyclops, who was shown in his 1990s costume. And then also we get to see the ruins of the X Mansion. It's just filled all of us fans with just so much theorizing and everything, man. I mean, this is the days that Marvel has always been peak at, is when they do something, they drop something, and then it allows us as fans to go absolutely crazy and run wild with our theorizing. I mean, that's what's built a lot of this fandom, is theorizing about what something could be, and then reading comics to try to understand something else, and so on and so far. And I mean, so on and so forth. And this is just riddled with Easter eggs from the top to the bottom. You know what I mean? Look at this man, and look at how good he's looking as Cyclops. I mean, yo, we are fine. Look at that, bro. Like, look at that. Like, look at that. And then you can obviously see the Sentinels, giant Sentinels, walking in the background. It is just epic. This is of epic proportions, what we are doing here. This is literally epic proportions. I can't even, my brain's having a little bit of a hard time even fathoming how we're really doing this. We've got additional character teasers throughout, like, I think it's from around Christmas until right now, right? We saw Chris Evans as Steve Rogers returning in a quieter setting, holding a little baby, confirming his character's return after Endgame. We also got another teaser that highlighted Thor in a more serious and emotional tone, with a heartfelt moment praying to Odin for strength. And these were all shown before Avatar: Fire and Ash, as those have been, in the theater. That movie has been in the theater for a little while now. I think it just hit $1 billion, and James Cameron has also become like the first director to have 4 back-to-back billion-dollar movies, which is insane. That's freaking crazy. We are going to be getting this movie this year, the end of this year, December 18th, 2026, and this is going to be part of Phase 6. This movie was obviously originally titled Avengers Kang Dynasty, but after the rewrite and casting changes and all the stuff that was going on with JM, this movie has now been retitled to none other than Doomsday. Okay, this is a sequel. This will have a sequel that is Avengers Secret Wars, that will be set for a December 17th, 2017 release. And they're also going to be re-releasing Avengers Endgame before this, tying in how important all of those events are to this movie. Not just those events, but all of the events within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, from the Infinity Saga to the Multiverse Saga, just tying everything together and putting a nice little bow on it, yo. Absolutely hype city for that. So we have Chris Hemsworth returning for the Avengers. We have Chris Hemsworth returning as Thor, Anthony Mackie obviously returning as Captain America, Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, Letitia Wright as Black Panther Shuri, and Simu Liu as Shang-Chi, and then Danny Ramirez as our new Falcon, along with some other returning Avengers that we haven't got specific names of just yet. We also have Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and Ibn Mas Bakrak as none other than Ben Grimm. So that is obviously rounding out our Fantastic Four lineup. Next up, we also have X-Men, returning actors from previous X-Men movies, and most of them will be reprising iconic roles that we have all been waiting for, and that is in the form of Patrick Stewart as Professor X, Sir Ian McKellen as Magneto, James Marsden returning as the guy Cyclops, Rebecca Romijn as Mystique, and then, of course, rounding that off with Kelsey Grammer as Beast. And we also have others like Nightcrawler confirmed in supporting roles, which is going to be absolutely crazy. Like, okay, all of this is going to be insane. And then our main antagonist of this story will be seeing Robert Downey Jr. return to the MCU as Doctor Doom, a major villain replacing Kang as the local threat. There are also characters from the Thunderbolts and Wakanda involved, along with rumors of other surprise cameos as the production continues. This movie is going to be insane, okay? Let's talk about the multiverse tension that there is and Doctor Doom. This film is expected to shape the final arc of the MCU's Multiverse Saga by pitting heroes from different universes, whether that be the Avengers, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, or any other heroes from any other universes that we may see, against Doctor Doom, and possibly having them, well, not even, well, I don't know, we may have them, dealing with incursions in this movie, but that's definitely going to be heavily on what Secret Wars is about. The dynamic of this movie is not going to just be Avengers versus X-Men, but more of a all hands on deck crossover with Doom's machinations forcing uneasy alliances and universes to collide. Character arcs are going to be insane here. Obviously, we're going to see Steve Rogers post in-game life, and Thor's emotional growth now that he has a daughter, and of course we are going to be really locking in with that more serious Thor that I know everybody knows and loves, rather than the jokey haha he Thor that some other people have come to know and love as well, right? We're kind of getting more back to what a lot of us expect the character to be, and not necessarily just the MCU adaptation of this character. There will be an official global trailer for Avengers Doomsday that should possibly be releasing sometime around the Super Bowl, is what we're all kind of expecting. And I think it's been rumored that we will continue to get teaser trailers up until that day. You know what I mean? Like, up until that day, we are going to continue to get Doomsday trailers of different kinds, highlighting different characters, highlighting different things, and showcasing more and more and more. It will be a insane time as we get closer and closer to Avengers Doomsday. They are going to be ramping up the marketing by like 10x, okay? So, of course, we know the title for this is... So, for a quick recap, what you really need to know is this movie is Avengers Doomsday that will be releasing December 18th of 2026, directed by the Russo brothers, starring Robert Downey Jr. as our main villain, Doctor Doom, with notable teams ranging from Avengers to X-Men to Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers, and a lot of other lineups that we could really see coming at us here, with some rumors even being that we're going to be seeing Tobey Maguire yet again. What's happening? We're going to be seeing Tobey Maguire and all of these other things. It's supposed to be absolutely bonkers what we are going to see from this movie, and I really don't think anyone is even ready yet. So this is crazy. This is amazing. I am so ready for all of this. Let me know how you guys are feeling about it in the comment section down below as we continue to talk about and deep dive into these Avengers Doomsday trailers. Let me know all of your thoughts, theories, and questions in the comment section down below, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. I appreciate you guys for being here with me, and I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Okay, that is the end of that trailer reaction. I'm gonna go ahead and post that on YouTube really quick, chat, and then we're gonna just keep it going as well. Don't you worry, y'all pretty little heads. We just gonna keep on rocking and rolling here. Let me just post this real quick. Bro, I don't know what's been going on with my stuff today. I feel like all my stuff has been tripping. Upload video. Let's get that in there. Okay. Slap that thumbnail on there. Boom. Reaction and breakdown. There we go. Got to get this YouTube description down. Let's get these tags in there. Yo, so much goes into these into this stuff. It's crazy. Let's get that all sorted out. Marvel Studio trailer reactions. Okay. There we go. Let's just keep it like that. All right, next, chat. Let me know how you're feeling in the comment section down below as I continue to set all this up so I can post this trailer reaction. It's about to go up right now. Give me all of your thoughts, all your theories and opinions, and then I'll jump into chat right now and we'll discuss all of these things, okay? Let's change this to Marvel Studios trailers. There we go. Save that. Next. Next. Publicize and publish. Publish. There we go. And then we're also going to put the TikTok out right now as well. Two birds, one stone type of vibe. Let's transfer this over. Okay. Now, while that TikTok is transferring, let's see. Yo, what's up, Derp? My boy, you must have been just waiting to say something, bro, because all I see is leak. Like, bro, chill, dog. Don't, come on, man. Act like you've been here before, Derp. You know how we do things around here. G? That's so dope. Yo, what's up with the double T in the morning? How you doing, G? I hope you're having a good day, bro. This trailer is absolutely bonkers. Look at this. I have leaks. Leaks. Come on, Derpy. What are we doing, dog? Come on, Derp. What are we doing, man? Yeah, you can DM those. You can DM the plot leaks to me if you want to, G. And then I might go over them. I might not. I'm not entirely sure at this moment, but you can definitely send them to me. What up, yo? What's up with it, Edward? How you doing, my G? I hope you're having a good day as well. I think Sadie Sink is Rachel Summers, and that will be the Cyclops reason for set tripping. Hey, I was kind of thinking about that too, especially because this is the first trailer where we have not seen a child, right? That was like my main thought process of it. Is like, okay, we have not seen a kid yet. You know what I mean? But I feel like there is a possibility of something going on there. It does seem very likely, but it also seems like it may not be super likely, you know? But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty hyped. I am pretty hyped, yo. I think it would be interesting if it was Rachel Summers. I mean, it probably would be insane and make no sense whatsoever. But you know, I don't know though. I don't know how all of it factors in. And mainly like I said, because like it just wouldn't make sense entirely, but nothing is really going to make sense right now because we're in this multiverse doing all these multiversal thingies, you know? Comment, pin. Okay. Video is still processing, but it should be out momentarily. Still trying to get this TikTok and stuff out too, y'all. So my bad about that. Could be Cable as a baby. Yeah, that's possible. I was really thinking about how the X-Men were um how they were handled in the X-Men 97 TV show. You know what I mean? Like how Cable was like kept trying to come back in time to stop something from happening, but every time he tried to do that, he actually could not go past that one point and so on and so forth. Like that's the kind of the vibe that I'm thinking we get here, you know? I kind of think that's what we do with this story in some way. I think it would be smart to kind of circle all of that back around into this. You feel me? Because the Watcher is in that X-Men 97 show. The Watcher has been like just not necessarily off. Yeah, no, he's been like kind of off screen in all of the multiversal projects we've gotten, or should I say for the majority of the multiversal projects we've got. I don't think we have seen him in a live action since, other than in that Guardians of the Galaxy special. That's really like the only time we've seen him. It would be super interesting if all of these teasers that we get are actually the Watcher, like watching. You know what I mean? Like he's watching all of our heroes get ready, and it's like all of these glimpses are from his POV. That would be something really cool if they tied that in that manner. I don't think that's what's happening, but I do think that would be cool as hell if they did that, yo. All right. We also have this little this little quote unquote short film put together by Spectrum Marvel. This is every Avengers Doomsday post credit scene in timeline order. All right, let's get this cracking. Let's set this up right for the clip. You know what I mean? Let's set this up right for the clip, chat. All right, here we go. Ready? All right, this is a post-credit scene short film of every Avengers Doomsday post-credit scene in timeline order. Now, this was put together on November 29th of 2025, so it does not have, I don't think it has like a couple of teasers, maybe just the Thor one or something. I don't know. It doesn't have the Thor teaser and maybe even the new X-Men teaser that we just saw today. So it doesn't have everything because it was a little older and they've been dropping a new trailer every week. But it still has everything else up until November 29th in timeline order for us to see what's cracking. Again, this is coming at us from Spectrum Marvel on Twitter. Shout out to them that put this together. Let's see what is popping with this. Oh, okay. I get it. This is the in-game one. Okay. And he has a little baby as well, which is crazy. 1 year later. That's definitely not 1 year later, but hey.
Doctor Strange?
Can I help you?
You caused an incursion, and we're gonna fix it. Unless you're afraid.
Not in the least.
Okay, that's crazy, honestly. Oh, shit. This is actually kind of crazy. This is actually kind of crazy when you look at it in this way. It's like, oh shit.
Mom. I've missed you so much.
You missed me.
I'm so sorry.
How's our mysterious visitor?
She seems a little disoriented.
Where are we? What happened?
We were hoping you could tell us.
Yo, this is actually so crazy.
My theory? You somehow crossed through a tear in space-time. You are now in a reality parallel to your own, which is, of course, impossible.
Damn.
You think there might be some confusion happening?
Confusion is but the first step on the journey to knowledge.
I'll take it from here.
Charles asked for an update. I'll come by and check on you later.
This is crazy, dog. Like, actually, seeing it in this way.
Who are you? Oh, shit.
Like, is that the same X-Men and X-Mansion from... You know what I mean? Like, is that the same one?
Told you were gonna lose that bet.
You want to know what's funny?
I'm not in the mood for your jokes. You killed a lot of good men trying to get your revenge. Trust me, we don't share the same sense of humor.
We share the same world, don't we? This world you would die to save. It's coming. I've seen it in the probabilities, seen it plain as day. All you heroes protecting this world. Do you think you're the only ones? Do you think this is the only world? We'll see what happens when you have to protect this place from the others.
Holy.
He pushed his way out and he was a butterfly. Oh. You want the other book, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Back in a second, babe. Herbie, have you seen the book that Franklin loves? Not that one. We did that one yesterday, and I know he loves it, but here we are. It's here. See, we're going for something a little bit more fun today, yeah?
Oh my God, bro. Absolutely crazy.
Are the Avengers. The government said so. How does Sam Wilson not understand that?
Well, he does have the shield.
Well, I got a shield too.
It's not a shield.
Yeah, it is a shield.
It's a shitty shield.
Great shield, Bucky.
Okay. If you put together a
It's a
team,
great shield,
and
Bucky.
then the team is called the Avengers, and who are the real Avengers?
Well, that's the question the internet has been asking, and judging by the very nasty memes that I've read, they don't think that it's us.
Weren't you going to talk to him?
I already did.
And?
It went poorly.
I don't know what any of these buttons do. It's unbelievable. They didn't
It went
You know
poorly.
he's filed for copyright of the name?
Did he?
We're losing credibility.
Yeah, but we had very little to begin with.
And now there's this huge space crisis, and no one's telling us about it.
We're running out of space already? It's impossible. This building is enormous. Hey? What?
Outer space.
Outer space.
Run a threat analysis. I want a full report.
Running threat analysis.
Hello, team.
What the hell are you wearing?
I heard about Sam Wilson. He's dumb, litigious man, but I am smart. I am smart man. I have smart solve. Avengers. Avengers. With the Z, there is no copyright.
No.
So soft, too. Feel like bottom of baby seal. You want to savor that?
I don't want
You
to touch a
try the
baby seal,
inside?
but
I have one for you.
I don't want
I
it.
got one for you. I got you one. I got you one. And for you, Bob, in the corner hiding, pretending to be the boy. We're all matching, all part of super team.
Unidentified craft entering orbit.
We should get a satellite image.
Get a satellite image.
Fire up.
And I was gonna say that. And fire up the jets.
We wouldn't need to fire up the jets if we had a sentry who could fly.
I'm sorry, guys. Can't be the Sentry without the, other side. I did the dishes, though.
And what are we gonna do? Just like ride Bob into the sky?
Yes. Can you imagine Red Guardian riding?
Yo,
on top of
Lewis, what up,
Sentry,
G?
cresting over the clouds?
This is why we're Avengers with the Z.
Extra dimensional ship entering atmosphere.
Extra dimensional, what does that mean?
Wow. It's a cool ship.
Oh. That was crazy. Yo, come on, yo. No, that was freaking dope, son. That was dope as hell. That was freaking awesome. This is dope, man. I am so pumped for Avengers Doomsday. It's legitimately insane. I feel like we have done so much world building, so much lore establishing to get to this moment, man. And I know for a lot of people, the Multiverse Saga felt a little lackluster. Not for me. I'm gonna be so honest. I have loved the Multiverse Saga. I think it's been fantastic. I have enjoyed it so much, especially because all of the lore and everything is now, like, the majority of lore is established for the MCU now, and they're at this point where they can just tell stories. And I hope that they do just start telling good stories and not having to worry about all of this, all of the origin story stuff for all of these characters, because legit, it just doesn't, it ends up not working out the best, in my opinion. Having to continuously do all of that stuff, it just doesn't work out the way people think it will. So I'm so interested in seeing what we get from Avengers Doomsday. I can't wait to see Doctor Doom. I hope they leave nothing on the table, for lack of better words. Like, we really have to solve what's been going on with Kang. We need something about that. It needs to be talked about. It needs to be seen or focused on or something. We can't just, glaze over what happened with Kang the Conqueror. Like, we need to know how that plays into Doomsday. I wouldn't be mad if they gave us an entire trailer. Like, imagine if they gave us an entire trailer that was just focused on Kang and all of that stuff. Like that Thunderbolts trailer is the longest post-credit scene, or the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, the new Avengers. That's one of the longest post-credit scenes that I think we've gotten in a long time. Out of this whole batch, it was the longest. And I think it's been longer than all of the trailers that we've had as well. So imagine getting like a scene or something like that that's just all about Doom and Kang, and maybe even them either discussing things or whatever the case may be. I think that will be major peak, if I'm being completely honest. Like, major peak. And I am so freaking ready for it. Let me know if you guys are ready for it in the comment section down below. Let me know how you're feeling about Avengers Doomsday, all of these this short story that's leading up to it, and everything else in between. What are all of your thoughts? What are your theories? And what are some of the questions that you have pertaining to Avengers Doomsday? I am so pumped for this. It is ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous how excited I am. Because, man, we've just been building up to this moment for so long. And while a lot of people are, like, more so complaining on the side of, like, when it comes to Marvel and everything that's been going on, they're just like, yo, it's oversaturated, stuff's not as good, so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. I just don't have that same notion, man. I just feel like everything we've gotten has been very, like, some of it's been reactionary in one way or another, but this is a whole new level, brother. This is a whole new level, a whole new world, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait, man. Like, I can't wait. Let me know who some characters that you want to see in Avengers Doomsday. Do you like this little short film that was put together? I definitely do. I just seeing it all in one go like this just really sets the tone for what we're going to be getting into with these next couple of movies, brother. And then to all cap this off with the new trailers that we've gotten, whether it's from Thor, whether it's from, Steve or whatever, like, those have all been amazing too. And you know what? Actually, we can probably check out some of those as well, so we can really get a grip of what's going on here, man. I mean, look at it. It's just going to be so freaking peak, dude. Like, there's not a lot of other words to use in this instance. This shit is gonna be crazy. I 100% think that our faces and minds are going to melt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we're gonna melt our faces off. Let's see. This trailer was great. Yeah, I agree, Lewis, man. I definitely agree with that. What, like, just a great trailer. We've been getting some great trailers, just period, yo. Some really good ones. I mean, grade A trailers, honestly. Hope Brolin returns as Cable. That actually would not be the worst thing. You know what I mean? I really would not mind that at all. I think we're getting Julian as Doom if he filmed scenes before he passed, RIP. Oh, yeah, RIP. That would be crazy. I think Charlie's will return. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine will return. I feel like they're going to save Hugh Jackman's Wolverine for Secret Wars. I feel like that would be a little bit too much to put in here. I mean, we might get Toby back. That makes sense. But, you know, going full-blown all the heavy hitters in this movie, too, I just feel like that's almost too stacked. I think Monica will return. Yeah, I think Monica returns as well. That whole universe, no doubt. Michael will return as the Thing. That would be crazy. That would be pretty dope. I think we're getting the new T'Challa in this. That would be really cool. I'm not opposed to that. I think we either get new T'Challa in this or Secret Wars. Again, I feel like that might be a little too stacked, but you know, since we have all heroes and characters on the table, it's really not against anything. It would be cool if Jade Cargill comes in as Storm. Yeah, I love Jade Cargill's Storm cosplays and costumes that she has whenever she's wrestling. Those always hit, and I think she would be a dope Storm. Don't think she has the acting chops for it though. You know what I mean? Like we need a pretty solid actor there. I wonder if a twist will be Spider-Man joining Doom at the end in order to get his life back and Aunt May, and then dons the symbiote suit by Doom's side. Yeah, I do think that happens for at least Tom Holland Spider-Man, right? Because we know we're probably going to see Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in this as well, and that would be really cool to see them like separate. You know what I mean? Well, not separate, but like see the different sides of them. You know what I mean? Like having. I just don't think Toby would be on Doctor Doom's side, but Tom Holland being on Doom's side, especially when he looks like Tony Stark, that makes sense, dog. Like I could see that happening. I could see Peter getting finessed in that way, especially because Pete only wants to see the best in people. You know what I mean? He has that kind of Superman complex in that way, to where it's like, oh, I only see the best in all the people, no matter how bad and evil they actually are. You know? I mean, just look at what happened with him and other bruh. But that's why I don't want to see it happen, because, I mean, my boy's been getting finessed. Like, I feel like his whole origin has been he gets finessed. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely need to see something a little different there. But not too different, you know? Holland kills Toby for Doom. That would be crazy dark. That would be insane. I think that would be the turning point, though. I do think that we'll see Toby die. And that'll be a turning point for our Tom Holland to come back to the light side, you know? Definitely give him the symbiote. I feel like that is a good path to go for Tom Holland as well. And then you can make it all like comic book canon and give him the symbiote because of because of Secret Wars, and then also throw Deadpool in there as being the reason. You know, you could really make, like, you could really go kind of crazy with that. I'm even more hyped for I'm like so hyped for Doomsday, but I'm also hyped for Secret Wars. But I don't know which one I'm more hyped for. I feel like Doomsday, Secret. I feel like Secret Wars is gonna be like a two-parter, right? I don't think we just get just Secret Wars and that's it and it's over. Like I don't think so. I think we're gonna go Doomsday and then we're gonna go Secret Wars and then we're gonna have like some other stuff going on and then we'll get like Secret Wars Part 2. You know what I mean? And that would be freaking crazy. And then, you know, we just kind of get it in that sense, which is something I am completely down for. But let's check out these trailers, these most recent Marvel Studios trailers for Avengers Doomsday. again, just to continue to set the stage and to really be on top of all the stuff that's going on, because man, I feel like we are going to be in for a really, really, really good time here. So let's check out all these other trailers here. Bruh, Steve got a baby, yo. This is insane. I really have this feeling like all of these kids are gonna be really, really important to Doomsday, yo. You know what I mean? Like, I really do think all of this is gonna be super important to what we're doing with Doomsday.
Father, all my life, I have answered every call.
Oh.
To honor, duty, to war. But now fate has given me something I never sought. A child. A life untouched by the storm. Lend me the strength of the old fathers, so that I may fight once more, defeat one more enemy, and return home to her. Not as a warrior, but as warmth. To teach her not battle, but stillness. The kind I never knew. Please, Father, heed my words.
God damn, bro. I don't know if I've seen that one, bro. Like, that was chills, dog. I have chills from that. That was incredible. Oh my goodness, that was incredible, bro. Holy, I was so moved by that. I can't even begin to explain. Like, that was a peak trailer.
Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
Brother. Like, these three in succession, it's just crazy, dog. Like, there's nothing else to say. Like, that is so freaking ridiculously peak to just go from one to the other, man. Like, it just really is setting the tone. It's really setting the bar. And it's like, yo, Doom has to be absolutely furious that all of these people have their children that are not supposed to exist, right? Like, Steve Rogers' child should not exist. Thor's daughter definitely shouldn't exist, right? Like, those are direct ramifications, if you will, of the multiverse in full effect, right? Like, it's in full effect there, dog. Like, this is insane, dude. Like, this is insane. I could not even begin. I can't even begin to just think about what's gonna happen in this, bro. Like, these are going to be so freaking peak, man. Like, Like, look at the little Rogers, dog. And I mean, I think that means that baby is the first super soldier born, like first born super soldier, right? Like he's the first super soldier baby. And that's insane. That is insane. Wow. Like, that is so intense, bro. And then we have baby Eternity here, who really shouldn't exist. You know what I mean? Like, Eternity is straight up just not supposed to be around, period. So I have no idea what's even going on there. How do we, how do we not move past this, but how do we even rectify this? Doom has to want her, and then we don't know. I mean, and then look at the Fantastic Four's kid, right? My guy Franklin is literally born in a wormhole by a black hole, like right by a black hole. Like, come on, dog. That's wild, man. Like, these kids are literally born and exist outside of time. So that has to do with something that Doom wants. Like, I don't know if Doom is going to be out here collecting the Avengers children like Infinity Stones. That would be hilarious. I could see him like almost trying to put together like a future foundation type thing, and maybe he wants to save the children. I could see him going either way, right? Doom talking to Franklin. I'm really curious as to if Doom went to Franklin so he could turn his face into Iron Man, into Tony Stark's face, or if he went there, just for shits and gigs, or what, like, did he already look like Tony Stark before that? Did he touch his face and heal his face because it was like messed up before? What is the vibe there? And then we don't know the connections between Doom and Reed. Like, there's just so much on the table here, and we have an entire year to theorize and come up with something that fits the concepts that we have laid before us, man, which is just insane to even think about in its own right. Okay, dog, like, this is so crazy. Like, I am so prepared. It's ridiculous how prepared I am. Like, please sign me the flush up. Like, absolutely crazy, dog. Absolutely crazy. Like, nothing could have prepared me for just all of the peakness that we have witnessed, because there is just so much of it. So much peak. Okay, now let's see. Let's see. Add that to queue. Add this to the queue. Okay. Do you think Shawn Ashmore returns as Iceman? I don't know. While I do think that would be cool, I don't think we're gonna see too many people in like that. I think all of those types of characters are probably already dead. I know that sounds so messed up, but I'm being just so serious. Like, we're talking about a world with Sentinels and all of that. I feel like all of those younger ones, the young heroes are usually the ones that go and attack first and are like, we must fight back. And in that type of world where you got the Sentinels like that, yeah, you're dying. You're dead. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about Avengers Doomsday. Just give us X-Men, Kitty Pryde. Just give us Phantom X. Give us Rachel Summers. Give us Monet Saint Cotrique. Hey, I hear you, man. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of that. You know, I do feel like we're gonna get all of that. So I don't think there's any I don't think there's any need to worry. You know, I don't think there's any need to worry about that. Oh, the Thor clip could win an award. Best work by Hemsworth? Yeah, bro. I agree with that. That was definitely insane. That shit was definitely wild. I think Doom doesn't want love, but she will be dying because the multiverse is dying, and that's Thor's fight. Ooh, okay, Edward. That's actually a W thought right there. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually a really good thought. That is a really good thought. I'm not gonna lie.
Death comes for us all.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll just throw this on.
That's all I know for sure. The question is,
let me know all of your thoughts. Let me know all of your opinions. Let me know how we feeling. And then I'll jump into that when we get back.
When you close your eyes.
Oh no, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be looped. Sorry. Sorry, guys. That was supposed to be looped.
Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes? Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes? Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes? Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
All right. Let's check out some of these new Rockstar videos breaking down everything. All right, let's get a little better understanding on what's going on this road to Doomsday, okay? Let's get this pip pop and plopping. Let's dive right in.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of the first teaser for Avengers Doomsday. This teaser is showing in front of screenings of Avatar: Fire and Ash, and while it is not, as of this moment, online, it might never go online, but since it's something that pretty much all of us can see, I can describe what we all saw in front of Avatar 3 screenings, like the one I went to today at my local AMC, and break down what it means. And the headline here is, the countdown has officially begun to December 18th, 2026. Actually, the Russos did post a countdown that flashed to the text of Doomsday in the middle of it. And now with this teaser, Chris Evans is confirmed to return as Steve Rogers. By the way, starting in January, New Rockstars is going to embark upon a new Marvel rewatch podcast series called The Road to Doomsday. Every week in 2026, we're going to have a new episode where we revisit a Marvel film or a trilogy of films or maybe a full series of a TV show to reassemble the ultimate Marvel rewatch podcast to discuss why these films are important to the Marvel cinematic legacy and what characters or details could come back in Avengers Doomsday. The first couple episodes in January are going to include the Blade trilogy rewatch and the X-Men trilogy rewatch. Then we will see you on the road. Okay, this teaser opens with a farm windmill as Steve Rogers charges his motorcycle up the road. He parks outside this familiar house. This is Peggy Carter's house that we saw in the final seconds of Avengers Endgame when it was revealed that Steve Rogers, while returning the Infinity Stones to their points in history, stayed back in time with Peggy Carter. The screenplay revealed it was the year 1949 to finally make a self-serving choice and get that dance with Peggy set to a long time. Now it's interesting, in that
Crazy,
shot we
bro.
saw like a 1940s car driving in front of the house that made me think it was in a suburb, not a farm. But you know, it was the early 50s. A lot of houses were still just farms. I mean, that scene was really the perfect coda for Steve Rogers at the end of Endgame, as it amounted to a complete arc and an inversion of the journey of Tony Stark. When those two met, Tony Stark was the selfish billionaire playboy who always found a shortcut and cut the wire, and Steve Rogers was the hero who would always make the sacrifice play. But in Endgame, Tony makes a sacrifice play and Steve earns the self-serving choice to just go back to the time in the life that he belonged in. Now, I've covered this in other videos, but the old Steve Rogers of it all did create a sort of plot hole that the Endgame directors, Joe and Anthony Russo, and the screenwriters, Stephen McFeely and Christopher Marcus, could not agree on. The Russos' explanation was that Steve created a branch history when he went back in time, which was the multiverse logic Endgame laid out via the Ancient One, and he and Peggy lived out their life together in an alternate timeline, which would have required old Steve to make some kind of timeline journey back to the 616 universe to hand that shield off to Sam Wilson. But Marcus and McFeely's interpretation was that when Steve went back in time, he and Peggy lived together in the background of the same history of the MCU that we had been living in, and that in movies like Captain America: Winter Soldier, the kids in all those photos by aging Peggy Carter's bedside were old Steve and Peggy's kids.
Barf.
Which would then make it very awkward that Peggy's great niece Sharon Carter would be hooking up with young Steve Rogers, considering she would know that he would be like a younger version of her great uncle. And that's not even getting to the plot holes, like Steve would have to know that Hydra was secretly corrupting the US government and torturing his friend Bucky, and you know that 9/11 was gonna happen and he would have done nothing to stop it. Actually, one of the biggest videos New Rockstars ever made was this theory speculating that one of those white-haired pallbearers at Peggy Carter's funeral in Captain America: Civil War was old Steve. Turns out it was not. But in the past year, McFeely and the Russos, who have returned for Doomsday, have hinted at some big idea that McFeely had in the middle of the night that he called them up with to convince them to return to direct this next Marvel movie. My theory was that it came out of
bro
that
was
long
woke up out of
disagreement
his
over
sleep.
what the final scene of Endgame really meant logically. And this Doomsday teaser kind of confirms it, or at least that this scene in Doomsday is going to deal with the implications of that choice. We hear the piano cover of Alan Silvestri's Avengers theme as Steve parks his motorcycle. It looks like a 1950 Triumph T100. It is a deep shade of red, Iron Man red, you could say. Chris Evans in real life does own a custom Triumph Thruxton, which he probably bought after shooting all those scenes as Captain America riding the Harley Davidson. If Steve arrived in the past in 1949, this scene would have to be taking place in 1950 or 1951, you know, to account for all the bumping they did in the 9 months after that, and this baby looks at least a bit older than a newborn. And I just love how, despite all the sci-fi multiversal apocalyptic spectacle we've been expecting for this movie, the Russos just open it in a similar way that they opened Endgame, on a family farm. We see Steve's reflection in the door hourglass as he walks up the porch, and inside he pulls out the top of his blue Captain America uniform. He looks at the star and considers wearing it seems, but nope, he just packs it away. This was a uniform Steve was wearing on his return journey through time at the end of Endgame. It would have been underneath that white time heist suit. Remember, this Steve would have also had Mjolnir that he would have had to return to Asgard, and he would have his shield lying around somewhere. That's the shield he's going to end up giving Sam that gets used in the Falcon the Winter Soldier and Captain America Brave New World. But the fact that there is an old Steve at the end of Endgame tells us that this
like,
Steve
how
in
is
the
there a
scene
shield,
might
dog?
be making it out of things okay, unless
like
that
the
thing
shield
gets altered in some way. As
like the shield being there is such an issue.
the multiverse erodes and implodes. I just thought it was pretty interesting when Sam asked Steve if he was going to tell him about his life with Peggy, and Steve just says this.
No. No, I don't think I will.
I mean, hey, maybe it's because that old man went through some horrific shit in Doomsday and Secret Wars that he doesn't want Sam to know about yet. But the reason Steve for now seems to be packing up his suit is he's a daddy. Steve and Peggy have a baby who sleeps as they're rocked in Daddy Steve's arms as his papa smiles down, and he even smartly has that burp cloth on the shoulder because he never knows when that kid's gonna spit up. Text on screen reads, Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday. Now, for anyone
Friggin'
griping
soapy.
that Steve's return could make Sam Wilson's status as Captain America less significant, I don't know. I think he might be missing the point of Steve packing his suit away. And it
He
doesn't
literally
say
put
Captain
it
America
away.
Will return here. It just says Steve Rogers will return here. But the teaser ends with the close-up on a green Avengers A, which displays a countdown clock ticking down from 12 months. 12 months from now is December 18, 2026 when this movie premieres. But the whole idea of a countdown clock and an attempted theatrical-only teaser was totally inspired by Robert Downey Jr.'s last big film, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer, which also had a teaser a year out featuring Downey's voice as Louis Strauss, referring to J. Robert Oppenheimer as the man who moved the Earth. That countdown was meant to be seen as a countdown to the Trinity test, the first time an atomic weapon had been ignited, when all those scientists thought that there was a chance that they could destroy the world by turning that switch. Similarly, I think some quantum paranoia could be at play here in Doomsday. We could just see this clock as a doomsday clock, a countdown to Doom's arrival, or a countdown to the destruction of the multiverse. The stained glass and the mechanisms behind the Avengers A are all clearly part of a clock, and it feels like something that could be in Doom's Citadel. You'll also notice some runes or symbols surrounding the circumference of this device. Maybe this hints at Dr. Doom's origin as Rabam Alal, the mystical figure he originally presents himself as in the Time Runs Out storyline. I think part of the reason Santa Claus is such a cultural mainstay is because he's so relatable to the comprehensive deadline of your projects for priorities defined through a built task, how you view your projects depending on what you need, using a Kanban.
Yo, I am just so ready for Doomsday. It's insane. I think this is going to be like one of the movies, dog. Like, this is going to be one of the movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so ready. I am so pumped. It's ridiculous how excited I am for this shit, dog. Like, I think we are not even prepared to have our faces melted off in the way that they will be melted off of our face. Yeah? Like, holy, bruh. Okay. All right, chat. What a great trailer. I am so hyped that we got to see Cyclops and all of his Cyclops goodness. You know? Like, brother, that was so lit. But let me know how you guys feel about all this stuff in the comment section down below. I hope we can talk about this more soon. I definitely appreciate you guys. Hopefully we get another trailer next week. And if we do, I'll be live here yet again to talk about it. All right? I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their day. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.